All right, hello everyone. A little bit of a said I'd be back, and welcome back. My name is CJ Ninja, and welcome back to my breakdown of my Lad Season 3 Random Draft League season. Today that we are talking about double back-to-back battles. It was a bit tough for me to put out after just week 5, so kind of waited till after week 6, just out of a bit of a painful loss. Little spoiler ahead, but don't worry, it does get better. Let's just say we're going down to the wire. Two battles these 2 weeks. Battle week in week number 5 was against Lex, and battle in week number 6 was against Nate. So let's talk through these teams real quick. Lex is very standard. Fairy Steel, Dragon Core on her team. She had with Tapu Fini, Hydrapple, Scizor, Mega Scizor. But then she also has another secondary form with Hawlucha, and that works really well with Tapu Fini. There's also some really nice support Pokemon like Bellibolt, Alolan Dugtrio. God, what is the other one she has on her team? I think she has a very good team. Bombardier, I was gonna say, Houndoom works really nicely as a fire blocker, and then she has Viper, which is there. So for this team, I brought our standard Sun Core. But along with Jellicent in order to block Tapu Fini, and then Electric here to work as a pivot mon of sorts. So let's get into the battle. And then, as she brought Bombardier, Tapu Fini, Drapple, Bellibolt, Hawlucha, and Scizor. And it was Terra Fire, Bellibolt. Meanwhile, I had Terra Poison, Venusaur. So she starts with Bombardier, which she told me after this battle. It was supposed to be a sort of like counter to Torkoal. It had loaded dice Rock Blast, which would have absolutely fucked up Torkoal. So I start Electric. I feel like it's pretty safe in anything she brings out. She immediately parting shots into Bellibolt, and I miss the Thunder, which wouldn't have hit, but like yeah, definitely hurts. She goes for Muddy Water, and I go for Toxic, which misses, and it's like okay, cool, 2 in a row miss. Goes to Scizor, which, to be fair, I should have predicted that. I should have just Volt Switched out. As she goes for the Scizor setup, I go for Volt Switch. And out comes Torkoal. I'm like, okay, yeah, Torkoal gets a pretty safe chip here. As expectedly, out comes Tapu Fini. Lava Plume does not really do much. And I can see it's not leftovers, as we have a knockoff from Tapu Fini, which is actually pretty trick, and I'm like, okay, time to start stalling a little bit. This is meant to be like this is like max defense, or max BDF, max HP. It's meant to be like my special wall. Venusaur is a pretty good safe switching into this no matter what, and I'm like, okay, this is swapping out. So let's go for Sleep Powder, and we miss. As I said, this is Terra Fire Bellibolt, and this is where my first real then big mistake is, because this is all been kind of unlucky. I should have Terra Poisoned here, but I did not know that this thing gets Weather Ball, and my calculator was also saying this doesn't kill, but then I looked at another calculator and it was saying it was, so that was interesting. Melvin comes out, and I go for Rapidash. I'm worried this thing is the Yachi Berry now, so I just go for a swap out to Electric, because the Electric can pretty safely pivot between things. Can't take a Draco, though. Unfortunately, we lose the Electric as out comes Wake, and I know that Hydrapple can't stay out, so I go for a Snarl. This basically means this thing does like no damage, which means that it's pretty safe for Pringles to switch in. Do a little, does nothing though. So out comes Torkoal, sits back up her Sun, and taking a really painful Earth Power. His back end was Jellicent, which Lex predicts with the Energy Ball. At this point, I go for Recover. Energy Ball is doing about 40%. I go for Will-O-Wisp, so it's burned. It's a little bit of just DOT. At this point, it's not looking good though. I just keep going for Recover. I see this thing as Energy Ball and Giga Drain. I'm like, okay, it's pretty safe. Let's go. We can swap into. Wait, because it doesn't want to probably take a Draco. And I predict, and out comes that. So I go for Flamethrower, just predicting anything else. Still doesn't get immune. So out comes Jellicent. Takes Moonblast, but Jellicent's dead at this time, which is really frustrating. So out comes Torkoal, just sets up Sun for really the last time as Torkoal goes down. At this point, I'm fucked. Well, as soon as I lost Venusaur, I was kind of fucked against Tapu Fini. And I was a little bit frustrated because every single status move I used missed. It basically felt like, while playing, if anything could miss, it missed. And it just made the loss really painful. And I could have gotten a kill here, but I think it was over. And I decided to try and get Robertson to potentially sweep if I could, but we lose. And that really fucking hurt. I was really not happy. At this point now in the season, we are 1-4, and I decided something needed to change. And just maybe not even change. The change would necessarily help the team, or it would have been the side grade at most. And I thought it would be good. I still thought, in my eyes, I've not really been able to use Melvin the best, and it's been really struggling. I've been really struggling, so I decided to part ways with Melvin, and onto the team, as you can see on my team for Nate, has come Gallade. But this is not any Gallade, this is Mega Gallade. No, I thought Mega Gallade would absolutely fill the gap of giving me a fast physical attacker, sort of like a more reliable form of what Durant could possibly be. I was very happy with the change on paper. I think it makes my team's offense a fair bit more threatening. And so let's talk about this match against Nate now. Nate has essentially sort of a weather team at core with Pelipper, Palafin, Kabutops, and then has good parts around it as well, such as let's try to scroll over, such as Galvantula, who likes having boosted Thunder, Goodra, Sui, which I believe gets hydration. I could be wrong. Or regular Goodra does get hydration. Either way, I thought it works very well. Nate's team does pair very well together. Yeah. No, I thought this... So this was essentially the Weather Wars. Nate has a rain team, I have a sun team. So it's like... We're also both having a struggling season. So it's like, at this point now, for both of us, we are like make or break for playoffs. At this point, I feel like in my eyes, I need to basically win every battle if I want to make playoffs. And so, well, without further ado, let me show you my battle against Nate in Week 6. Oh, wait, let me talk about the team I brought. Because Nate had a rain team, I decided to bring my new Sun Core, the trio of Torkoal, Wake, Venusaur. Mega Gallade is here to be our physical attacker. Jellicent is our special wall, but also because it kind of also just completely denies Nate's water types in rain. I've brought Terra Grass Venusaur and Terra Ground Magneton. Magneton was meant to deal with Hisui and Goodra, who didn't show up. So Nate goes for Galvantula to set up webs. I go for Torkoal or Magneton. I full switch out. Nate sets up webs, and then I get Sun up, but I then get remove the webs as Nate gets rain up, and I'm like, okay, let's just go to Jellicent. Right. As out comes Kabutops, which goes for knockoff. Thankfully, I brought Colbur Berry. This set was meant to deal with Palafin in case Palafin had Throat Chop. But it also, I guess, just kind of, deals with that sort of, that knockoff from Kabutops kind of nicely and just completely walls Kabutops. We got it burnt, we had it lowered attack, and so we're in a good position. When Scout comes out and goes for Giga Drain, which does nothing to Venusaur. Also, I forgot nicknames, I just realized now. As Venusaur just goes for a Poison Jab, which does a good chunk of damage to Weirdeer, which I noticed as well was, I guess it was supposed to be Sap Sipper. As out comes Torkoal. Weirdeer kind of could be a threat, actually, with it, because it's surprisingly bulky, actually. But no, we get the Sun up. It's getting pretty low now, so I'm like, okay, yeah, Wake can survive anything it throws, as you see, and then just finish it off with like a Hydro Scream. It goes for Sucker Punch. Could have actually been a little bit threatening. I go for Flamethrower just in case it does switch like Whimsicott or Galvantula. I'm like, okay, something doesn't add up. Why is this switching in? And so I go for Venusaur. Out comes Pelipper. I'm like, okay. I'm scared of a Hurricane, so I go for Jellicent. But Palamar goes for Roost. We're fine, though. This is fine. I'm more than happy to let him switch in and let something else take the tank, like a Will-O-Wisp, which ended up being Whimsicott. Because I have the perfect switch in. I actually go for Magneton here. Magneton takes that Giga Drain happily, goes for a Flash, I believe. Yep, we just get the kill. Lovely, gorgeous, beautiful. Out comes Kabutops, which I'm not really scared of. Oh, we do lose the Eviolite, which kind of sucks. But, yeah. Bye-bye, Kabutops. As we just swap back into Jellicent. At this point, I'm feeling really confident because the part 3 left. As I go, Paladin comes in and it goes right out. We will just Pelipper. Pelipper's going to start going for Roost, heal up, trying to stay alive, but then we just go for Hex, which does a lot, which I'm pretty sure this is uninvested. I can pull up Nate nice sets afterwards. As we get the kill with Jellicent. As out comes Palafin, which goes for Acrobatics. I was expecting Throat Chop on this thing, which actually could have been really dangerous. That's why I had this set. Palafin gets burnt. So we just go for a Hex, and at this point, it's, in my eyes at least, it's over. It's another kill for Jellicent. As Pelipper comes out, says Weather the Rain, goes for Weather Ball, which heals us. I think Nate had given up at this point. Nate has they've had a very tough season. As Jellicent gets another kill, which I do feel real bad for because they've had a tough season, but so have I. That win felt very, very invigorating. And Gallade didn't even touch the field, which is also interesting. So I guess I could have technically won that with Melvin, but I think Gallade is still overall the better fit for the team. As far as standings go, we're sitting just outside of playoffs right now. If I win one more, I should make it in. We just gotta win. Let's hope we do. We got 2 tough opponents with Zach and Killer, who are sitting towards the top of the standings in top 6 each. They're in the top third, but I think we can do it. I'll be updating you guys after the weeks. Take care. Thanks.